Ireland, and the Irish public media and probably European public think this is women's 400 meters is open. They do believe Nikisha Price will probably go into it as favourite, but people think Marley Paulino, Kazmarek, Rhasidat Adeleke are probably the four. We're all hoping that Rhasidat can do it, but they're probably the four that people are saying that could be in contention for the gold medal. And Rhasidat's, we'll just speak about Rhasidat first of all. She's coming off European Championships in Rome, where she just got pipped in the line, but she did the heroics for the Irish relay team to win a gold medal for the Irish relay team in terms of that. And that probably took a bit out of her in terms of running the women's relay and the mixed relay as well, and getting both to the final in terms of that maybe the gas was gone in terms of the last. But what she did in terms of the getting to the 400 meters final, and she was leading it all the way. Apparently, Kazmarek had to really push at the end to get over it. But Rhasidat Adeleke is probably coming in, and her interview after the Rome Olympics, she was very upset with herself that she didn't win gold. She won the silver medal, and she was almost like tossing us aside as she had failed it. She was a chip on her back. This is what her attitude, it means it's gold or nothing, it seems, for Rhasidat.
Well, first of all, I love her, and Ireland's got an incredible start. I mean, this I'm telling you guys this. At the end of the day, one of the things I love about training, especially training in America or training away sometimes from home, you get to have the attitude that you should be number one, and she has that attitude. I love the fact that she was really pissed off that she lost. So what you have is someone preparing, going into the Olympic Games, knowing that she should have been going in as the European champion, knowing that. And also, she's not doubling. She's not running the 100 meters. She's not running the 200 meters. So you have someone completely prepared, like you said, having all your eggs in one basket, with Gabby. I think that she's in a great position to run really well. And there's absolutely no way I do not expect her to be on the podium. Absolutely no way.
Okay, and if we're looking at that, I suppose Nikisha Price will go into it as favourite, the Jamaican. But
Sure.
how big will the home factor audience? Because the Irish people, we're all saying that bar disaster, Rhasidat is going to get to the final, and the Irish people are going to make that Paris a fortress, like a home venue, that the Irish fans is going to be like a second person on her shoulder pushing her forward. That she probably wouldn't have got that in America running, but there's going to be a massive Irish contingent given that Ireland and Paris are so close to each other. Is that going to help you in going into an Olympic final, if you're an Olympic final, to have that sort of hear all that crowd roaring you on, that just you probably have that maybe Price and Kazmarek and Paulino won't have?
Well, you know what? Listen, it's gonna be it's the finals, it's the Olympic Games, and I think that that's the only motivation that these incredibly fast women need. But yes, it's so important to have that electric, atmosphere from people who you're familiar with. And absolutely, I know for a fact that all the Irish fans, not only just in the stands, but she's gonna feel the vibration, man. And I think that's gonna take her to a place that no other person has been in your history. So I mean, I'm looking forward to that.
Yeah, and finally, just to touch on the relays before I let you go, Donovan. Obviously, in the European Championships, we know the Jamaicans are not there and the USA relay teams, but the Irish mixed team won the gold medal. The women's team got to the final as well and produced a really good performance in silver. But I suppose when the Jamaicans and the USA come into that sort of relay sort of thing, it probably chose the European transfer. Can you really take anything from the European Championships in terms of relay when there's not really the Americans or the Jamaicans in it?
No, listen, experience is experience. And ultimately what you have is you have the women and the women and men that are competing in the European Championships, as that's the greatest in your region. So ultimately that's the only experience that you can have, especially going to a global championships. I believe that the experience from the European Championship will allow all teams to, one, execute properly, make it to the finals. And when you go to the finals, you stretch things out. stretch in the in the 4x100 meter relays, stretching out for the baton. In the mixed relay, I mean, you can get out and give it your all because that's why you're there. So ultimately for me, experience from any regional championships is always going to help you in global championships.